What's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. Your boy JP here, hoping to make your install life a whole lot easier. Today we're going to do part 2 of the Chevy Corvette full audio installation upgrade, and that is going to be installing this Kenwood DMX 8709S. Now, in the video that you've seen before, we already took the dash bezel out, so that's going to be one part that's already done for us, but we need to wire this up. We need to get some stuff pre-planned for further installations for when we're doing the amps, and we need to go ahead and do some modifications and cutting, because remember that radio is a dent and a half, and we're actually moving it to an aftermarket double dim. So let's go ahead and get started. And the wire harness that we're going to be using is the 701858. Now, I have to warn you, for the 2002 Chevy Corvette that we're working on, this is not the wire harness that is supposed to go. It's the wire harness that fits, and I'm gonna explain the difference. So as you can see, it does fit, but there are 3 power wires that turn this radio on. The black one is for ground, the red one is for ignition, that's what turns it on, and the yellow one is the constant 12 volts. If you look at the black pin on the other side, that black with the white stripe give us the ground. If we look at the yellow wire on the other side pin, it is orange. When we look at that red wire right here in the middle, there is no ignition in this pin number 2 right here. So what that usually means is that you have a wire harness that's usually over $100. It's going to come with a little module. It's usually going to replicate a 12 volt turn on, so you won't have to hardwire anything. Now, we're already running brand new speaker wire to each individual speaker inside this vehicle, so I'm hardwiring anyway. So instead of buying the $130, $150 wire harness, we got the $20 harness, and we're just going to do a little extra work. So with that being said, there are wires in this car harness that we're not going to use. We're already wiring up each individual speaker wire, so we're not going to use any of these. We know we don't have an ignition, so we're not going to use this either. So that means the only wires that we're going to actually hook up is this black, yellow, orange, and this solid blue. And while that's cooling down, we're going to do the same thing over here to the wires that we're not going to use. Now, to make sure that they're going to be out the way, I like to just kind of fold it like this. I'm going to throw a little zip tie on it like that. Now, since we are going to have to find an ignition somewhere inside the vehicle, I put a little bullet connector on this end. We put the male end on the car harness side because this is going to be receiving 12 volts. So if this wire flops out or whatever and touches something, it's not going to damage anything. Now, we put the female end on this one because this is going to be outputting 12 volts. If you put that male end on this side and it accidentally touches ground, then it's going to send that short back to the radio, and you could possibly fry something. Hopefully you just pop the fuse, but we don't want that to happen.